And we are going to get going. Like I said, right at 6 o'clock. Thank you for being right on time. My husband is leaving in a couple, or on Wednesday, and our normal date night is Thursday. And so we are going to adjust and go tonight. And I said, but I have my team call. I'm not missing it. And so we're going to get right through 30 minutes. And then I'm off to date night. So I appreciate you guys for being here. And I'm recording, right? Yes. Okay. So tonight, I got a little feedback over the last week about team call nights. And so I wanted to talk about what team calls are normally for and what we do here. And then go into few announcements and then kind of open it up for some questions or tips or things. And I'll talk to you about that. So I wanted to reiterate, since it's a new year and we're trying to be really consistent with our team calls, and hopefully, having some guest speakers at some point on the calls, and just getting consistent with having them every single week, because it is the point of these team calls. And what I want to make sure that is evident is that these calls are to come together as a community, our smaller team, not the big Fit Club network, or like the like the Beachbody Champions or Coach 411. There's tons of training, but our little tiny tribe to come together and really focus on what we need as a group to help you guys meet your goals. And so usually these calls will be, the point is to do some training. Like last year, Eliza brought in Joel Freeman, and that was ridiculous. But so sometimes we might bring in people from outside to come in and give us some feedback or some tips and tricks, but they really are to be like a training and training call, not necessarily like a call where we kind of talk about customers and different things and get feedback on that, which we're kind of going to do tonight, just because I want to make sure that everybody, I know that a lot of people had burning questions and things they wanted to talk about. And so I think that's going to say, yes. Okay. And Elisa said she's been working on some. So guests for our calls. It's just to get, again, to come together on a night and get feedback from somebody other than myself or people in our own squad. Because sometimes when you hear it from your parents, or when you're a kid, like you hear something from your parent and then your teacher says the same thing, you're like, oh, okay, I'll listen to my teacher, but not my parent, so the calls are really for training. We want to try to keep them to 30 minutes majority of the time. Obviously, sometimes we have guest speakers and things. It might go over that time. I want to be respectful of your time, and I want it to be worth your while to be on these team calls. And so that is generally the idea of team calls, is for training. Something that maybe it's popped up in a one-on-one call that I'm doing, and somebody says, oh, I wish we could have more training on this, or I'd like to talk about this. I want it to be worthwhile for the majority of the group, and something that you can take from the team call and then go and implement right away. And so the other thing I want to mention is, obviously, team calls are weekly. It's a lot. It's every Monday. First day of the week. My husband, actually, it's his birthday next Monday, and so I haven't asked her yet, but I was going to ask Lisa to run the call next Monday, and I meant to text her before this call. But anyway, the other thing is, I do want to open it up to, I don't have to be the leader of every call. We are a team. I want people to practice leading or getting used to leading, because if you're going to be building a team, and maybe you're going to then branch out to have your own team call and things like that. I remember when I got to do a team call with Dave Ward, I was terrified. I was nervous. Keitha, I muted you. You unmuted yourself, jerk. I'm like, I just muted you, and then you went again. And it was crazy being able to be and go be on that call and lead his team call. Gave me so much confidence boost, that I didn't even know I really needed. And so, anyway, that's going to come later, is giving you guys opportunities to host a team call if you want to, or give us maybe there's something that you found really useful and really helpful, and you're like, I want to share this with the team. Can I lead this team call to talk about this, whatever that might be? So that's just a little bit about the team calls, because it's kind of, since we've the new year started, we've done a lot. I feel like we've done more. We did the vision boards, and then last week we talked about meal, like ideas for the tribe and how to keep it going and things like that, which we couldn't record. And so I really just wanted to make sure that everybody kind of understood what the team calls were for. But like I was saying, you get to decide if this is worth your time. If your time is better spent inviting or doing something, or you just don't like, and now I have to introduce Shakia because she just jumped on. But you get to decide if you feel like this is not a useful, I mean, I hope it is. I want it to be a useful 30 minutes of your time in your week. But if it's not, you get to make that decision. You can always say, I'm going to watch the recording. Tonight, Ariel's at a concert. That happens. She's told me she's going to watch the recording. I can obviously never be on a team call with Dave Ward because it's on Tuesday at 11 a.m. and I work that day. So if I'm ever going to watch, it doesn't mean I don't care about it or I don't find it valuable, but I'm going to have to watch the replay every single time. And so you are an adult, obviously. You are the owner of your business, the leader of your business, and you get to choose if this is a meaningful half hour. Okay. And there should be no pressure from myself or anybody else to be on these calls. Like, I want you to be here. I do this because I want you guys to grow, and I grow as a leader every time. Can you turn that down, please? Every time that I do these calls. And so obviously I want you to be here, but again, I want you guys to make that decision for yourselves as well. So to get right into it, I did want to talk about, because last week on the call, I did mention that I wanted to do a training essentially on the road to elite and the different stops along the way. And I realized as I was thinking about it and processing the road to elite and looking, because I printed mine out to start tracking and doing my own thing. And I realized it can be really overwhelming. And that was another thing that I have heard from multiple people, is that I'm really overwhelmed. Like, I need to pick and choose what I'm going to focus on and where I'm going to try and all those things. And that's awesome. And I heard on a podcast this last week, driving to jury duty, that if you're starting your own business and you don't feel overwhelmed, you're like, what is she actually like? If you don't feel overwhelmed, there's something wrong. And what I kind of took from that, I don't remember exactly what she said, but what I kind of took from that is like, cause I always feel like I'm overwhelmed. And if I'm not overwhelmed, I think those are the times when I literally just do nothing. And so it's like, how do you find that balance? But I feel like that overwhelm is excitedness. Like, you're excited about something. You might have all these ideas, you like all these trainings. So you're like, oh, I want to learn that. And I want to learn that. And I want to learn that. And so I don't think necessarily overwhelm is bad if we realize that, yeah, I'm overwhelmed. I need to take a step back. I need to figure out what my priorities are and where I want to track or focus or whatever. And we don't have to do it all. And so instead of doing, Elisa, I think you were answering my team call. Instead of doing a training, like a full group training on the Road to Elite, I actually already created a post, and I linked. There's a video. The post will be scheduled right after we get off this call. There's a link to a 9-minute video on Team Builder, like the first rung, or the first stop on Road to Elite, which is Team Builder, and then I'm going to attach the actual tracker, because we are all at such different places in our business. I want to make sure that for those that want to run or want in this way on this Road to Elite, because it doesn't mean you're not running if you're not tracking the Road to Elite, but I want people to have, I think I used to get so freaked out on giving people too much information that I wasn't giving enough information. And then some people didn't even know there were options or there were things out there that they could do. Does that make sense? Because I was so afraid to overwhelm the masses that some were getting just enough or way too much, and then some were getting not enough. And so I created a post that has this video in the tracker, so you can check it out. Because like I said, when I was looking through it and going, oh, this is a lot. If you're just building a team or you're just starting, might be like, oh my God, I'm going to throw it up in the air. but I also want those to, maybe it's going to be a goal down the road. Maybe it's going to be something that you've got in the back of your mind. Well, when I start getting coaches on my team, this is how I would earn elite points. And this is what that means. And this is how, so I want you to have the information, but I don't want to spit it in your face and be like, you should be doing this. So that's why I've created a post with a link versus doing a full training. Hope that makes sense. And then things like this that I now like, I'm going to do it more like this than a full training call that might not meet everybody's needs. I 100% willing, when you guys sign up for one-on-one calls with me, we can totally discuss that. And I can learn which person, hey, printed out that tracker and is going to do that, or how do I do this? So definitely for those one-on-one calls. And yeah, so that's that. I didn't want to not talk about it because I mentioned it last week, but that's what I'm going to do with that, with the Road to Elite. And then my last plug, because we're coming up onto the last week, yeah, when's that? We have 2 weeks. Anyway, the last couple weeks or couple days of January, my plug for Team Cup. And last week, and it wasn't recorded, but I did really encourage people to branch out of our tiny Fit to Love team. There's just something about the competitiveness and, the challenge of being on a team of maybe people you don't really know well and you want to be successful for them and for yourself first and foremost. But it's just that, I've shared the story that when I did my first Team Cup, I was on a team of strangers with Dave Ward and all these people from Fit Club Network. And the only thing I was like, I'm not going to be the weak link. I'm not going to have the least success. That was my driving force. And still to this day, that was my month with the most successful points. Don't know how it happened, but it did. And so January 31st is the last day to be on a Team Cup. I had said, I was like, I want to branch out, from our team, but I also want you guys to be on a team. And so I know Kisa's already has a team of like people from her pod and other coaches that she knows. And I know Rebecca was posting, when I posted about Team Cup, she's very interested. And was anybody else interested? You can only have 2 diamonds per team. I want you to be on a Team Cup. If you want to run and you want to be on a Team Cup and you want to watch your business grow, and I would put it out in Fit Club Network to see if anybody needs a person on their team. If you have other coaches that you know of that you're just following on social media or that you connect with and you do things with, ask them, get a team, come up with a plan, and go balls to the wall in February. It's going to move your business. Even if you don't hit Success Club, just doing those daily behaviors that where you're like balls to the wall, even for 29 days since it's leap year this year, your business is going to move forward. Okay. So my last, so if we get down to the end of the month, I'm going to kind of wait. I only have 2 people on my Team Cup at the moment. I'm not going to leave you high and dry. If you want to be on a Team Cup, I will take you. I was just trying to get people to branch out from me. But I want you to be on a Team Cup. So I'm going to wait till the end of the month to make sure that everybody has a spot, if that makes sense, to register my team. And then I'm trying to think if there was anything I wanted to talk about the Road to Elite and Team Cup. Summit House update. Thank you, Michelle and Eliza. I got their money. The first people to get their money, for the ones that are committed to going. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So super excited about that. And now we have 15 minutes. It took a little bit longer for my announcement than I wanted, but I did want to open it up to more of is there anything people are struggling with? Is there anything that you feel you need more training or more help or more that you think could be beneficial to the group as a whole? I just wanted to kind of open it up because I've heard lately that was something people wanted or answers to their questions about customers or things in the business. I don't know. If you have ideas, this was kind of going to be that day. And then moving forward, those would be more things for one-on-one calls or for posts in our tribe to ask questions or the team page. That team page is for all of you, everyone, to come up with ideas, ask questions, And we're not so big, like sometimes in the tribe, things get, our challenge group and stuff, things get lost because it's so big and there's so many posts happening. Our team is still small enough right now that when somebody posts or asks questions, like it might take us a little bit because I don't know how much time we're all spending in there, but we're gonna all, and maybe as we start using it more, there'll be more feedback and more interaction from our team. So anybody want to have a question, have a concern, have a win from last week? Anything?
I have just kind of a thought or a idea, and I don't know how to flesh this out, but it was definitely helping me. Sorry, my connection's so bad. Did I freeze on you guys?
Not totally. No.
Okay. I'm going to take my video off because it seems to help if I just do the audio. So in the team page, it was helping me when I was daily posting like, hey, I did so many, I did an hour in my business tonight, sent out this many invites. Then I came down with the flu after New York, and I'm just now getting back to normal, like feeling pretty much on like 95%. But I was wondering, did anybody else find that helpful? Like, I felt like there was times where I would get feedback on it, or is there anybody, would it be better if we like teamed up, like maybe paired up with an accountability partner in the tribe where you text daily or something like that to hold each other accountable for those business hours?
I will say, I'm going to say something really fast and I think looks like other people want to talk because I talk a lot. I have to say I loved it because when I saw that you were doing it, I was like, oh shit, she's ahead of, like she's doing something and I haven't done, like it, even if I didn't go and specifically post on your post, it made me stop and think about it, and I went and did something. I took action because you took action, whether it's the competitive nature in me or whatnot. It was like, shit, she did it, I need to also do it. Like there's no reason why I can't do it. And so I personally like it better in our team page, only because if you end up with an accountability partner and you guys, that's great, which you can still have on the side, I'm not going to see it. And so I'm not going to get that reminder. And so that's why maybe I'm being selfish. I like it in the team page. Personally, I liked it happening in the team page. Yeah. And again, because when I started that show me your tracker, and I'm still going to do that every Thursday, and everybody can track differently. You don't have to have the BAT, and you can do it however you want. But like, I love that you liked that feedback and you like to have a place. So I'm still doing it every week, whether or not anybody's posting. You don't even have to show me your tracker. Tell me what you did, whatever. Just it's another way to be accountable to the work that you did that week, or just say, and be honest, like it doesn't mean that I think, was it Rebecca, showed one day and it was like, it doesn't have to be perfectly filled out. It doesn't have to, it's the accountability to know I'm going to show this. And either way, it's like, I could have done a little bit more. Here's where I could have done more. It's all to give you data of what you could be doing differently. So Michelle, did you want to?
Yeah. So I also liked it, and I feel like it made me think about it when I didn't post either. I didn't respond. So I should do that. But yeah, I also found it helpful, and I didn't post probably because I wasn't feeling great about my own progress, but I also am trying to figure out my best method for tracking because it's not paper. So I'm still working on the app that Kisa posted about, but I haven't really delved into it. And I think that will work for me. And if not, I'm gonna have to figure out how to use paper.
Can I just tell you, I downloaded it immediately and then opened it up. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Kisa, you posted the team page, right? Yeah. It's an app that's literally the BAT. And I just opened it and it went straight to the day. Like it was already on Sunday when I opened it, and it was like, literally went down the list. Did you do your workout? Did you drink your shake? Did you post and then did you post stories? Did you post product without the label? I mean, it was like, I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like I was like, and it's right there on your phone. Cause a lot of times I'm a paper pencil person, and I haven't found an online method that I love yet. But the problem is when I'm at work or when I'm away from home, and I don't have my tracker to track down all the things that I did. And then I get home and I'm dazed and I'm like, I don't want to go back and check all the boxes or try to remember. it was right there in my phone. And it's just a check mark that you did it. Like, and that's way easier to go back and just fill in a day of the check boxes than have to remember, did I do all this stuff? Because you're doing it right at it was just great. And it's free and whatever. Was it free?
It's free. I will say, Eliza, that I loved when you were posting it, and again, will mimic, it made me think about it even if I wasn't commenting. And then last week I was starting to post when I sat down and did my power hour, and I would post it to the team page. It held me accountable to making sure that I was doing the shit I was supposed to be doing, and hopefully encouraging everybody else, kind of like we do in the Fit Tribe, right? We get done, we do our work, we post a sweaty selfie. And so I was kind of taking it as that type of an accountability piece, like, hey, I'm sitting down, I'm getting my power hour done. And then when I was done, I would put in my comments, like, however many invites or whatever I had gotten out in that hour as another piece of tracking. So I think if you want a success partner, absolutely. But I think if anybody wants to post in the page, I think it's super helpful, whether or not anybody posts on your comment or not. Like, for me, it was an accountability piece to me to turn on and post it in there. Does that make sense?
And I just have one quick thing to add. Eliza, if you get sick, feel free to pass it off to somebody else. I'm not great at accepting I'm not great at following through with that stuff, but if you tell me you have the flu, I'll take over a week, right? I mean, we all could do that.
I don't think we're taking, I think it's everybody's posting when they do it. Like, I don't think anybody's taking on a week, right?
No, I get that, but Eliza said she fell off when she got the flu, and if we wanted to keep it going.
Which I kind of think, and that was funny because I didn't even realize Kisa did, like, and I didn't realize that she had that. It didn't dawn on me until you guys just talked about it. Like, she started posting her power hours, and Eliza was in both of them doing it. I was like, motherfucker, like they're working harder than I am. What's happening here? I need to get my, like, I'd be like, I have no excuse. Jury duty is not an excuse. I'm going to use that forever. And so it did. And so it was like, they didn't even need to do that, but it was just like, hey, I'm working. I'm going to show somebody that I'm working, that I sat down at my computer tonight and did this, and that it's doable. And whether it's 20 minutes or 60 minutes, it doesn't matter. And I love that. And I want our page, our team page, to be a place where anybody can go to and share ideas and stories and triumphs and whatever. I want that page to be just as hopping as our Fit Tribe. Like, it's just right now it's smaller than our Fit Tribe, which is great. But I want it to be just as much of a community as our Fit Tribe is. So, Eliza, you moved your face away. Does that mean you want to say something? Or did your face just go away? Maybe not. I thought she was going to talk because her face went away. Does anybody have anything else to say? Because we have about 5 minutes, and it's great. It's great feedback because I really want that page to be hopping. But we can't see her. Hopefully your internet is bad. We can't see her right now, but I did want to introduce, anytime we get a new coach, Shakia Thomas is not here. She's here, but you can't see her face. So we'll have to figure out how to get her video. She worked the other day when I had a,
I was driving, so it's in like safe driving mode, and I don't know how to turn
you're
it
driving,
off.
don't.
No, I'm not anymore, but I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But anyway, Shakia, and I had to ask her before. The first thing I asked her when I met her the other day on the phone was, how do you pronounce your name? I don't want to screw it up. And so it's Shakia, like Shakira, but not. Anyway, we are so glad to have you. And this is some of our team, not all of our team, but I'm so happy with the turnout tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Yes. We don't do the same exact thing every week, but this is where we meet every Monday. And we are so happy to have you. So
thank you.
I'm so glad you could make it tonight.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes,
thank you. I'm excited.
Next week we'll be able to see you.
Yes.
Oh, maybe she didn't have internet. Her internet's been all weird. So we've got about 4 minutes. Oh no, 5 minutes still. That clock must be a little fast. Does anybody want to go around and give a win for the week? I want to hear some positives, and I know that everybody has to have one from this last week.
I do. For me,
Okay.
this is really good. I worked on my business stuff 5 days this week out of the 7.
That's
For me, that's a lot.
That is so awesome. Probably more than I did. Okay, whatever. Nobody's listening to me. Okay, nice job. Who wants to go next? Eliza? Did you want to go next? No? You don't have come on, you have a win from the week. Come on. It could be anything. It could be personal. It doesn't have to be business. It can be anything.
Well, I feel better. That's good. I'm feeling better and back to my workouts and have my plan in place. I had my one-on-one mentorship with Sean yesterday, which was really good. And I added like 2 more people into my accountability group. So
that's fantastic. Look at how many wins you had.
So
she's like, I don't have
you. I was clapping for Michelle, but yeah. So
that's awesome.
It's been a good week. A good last couple days, anyways.
Good.
Better.
Good. Rebecca, Kisa, Laura.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So I finally figured out how to do Power Hour.
Yay! That's you.
And I'm getting more comfortable inviting. And I started my first challenge group on Challenge Tracker.
We just talked about that and you already started. That's amazing.
I have 1 person on there, but it's a group. It's because there's more than me.
Oh my God, they're going to get so much love from you. They're going to love it. I'll be like, could you get rid of all these other people when you add other people? That's so awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
And
So that's where I'm at.
Talk to that lady. We never scheduled that.
Yeah, she kind of backed out for now, but she said she wants to visit it later. So I have 2 people who want to visit it in a month.
Awesome.
So they both told me, give me a month or so. So in a month, I invited them to my challenge group because I don't know if you guys know that if you did the multiple programs, they can click other and they can still join the challenge group.
Yeah.
So so I did that, and I think I'm just going to stick to that. And then when they actually become Beachbody members, I'll add them to the tribe. I think that's because my hard part was trying to get them to see everything and get some. I'm sorry, my daughter's packaging a package for some reason. And that I think that'll be a lot more helpful, and they have all the products and everything there, and I can guide them a little bit quicker and easier instead of sending them a buttload of links. So
awesome. I love it.
I'm excited.
Kisa, Laura, I'm going to ask you. I know Shakia has a win. I already know what it is, but I'm not going to put it in her mouth. Laura or Kisa?
I can go. My win is that I feel like I'm coming out of like this like deep hole that I felt like. I feel like the holidays just really were harder on me than I thought. And so anyway, like I have a desire to work my business, which like that was not there. That was absent for quite a while. And so I think that's my win. Like in terms of the trackers, by the way, like honestly, I am enjoying you guys posting your trackers. Like I have not done a tracker in months, maybe at this point, but it's motivating to see. I'm similar to Kelly in terms of like when I see that stuff, it is motivating to me. It makes me want to do something. So thank you for posting that, even if I also cricketed out on you guys. So.
I know, it's so good to see you, Laura. I haven't seen your face forever.
I know, and we're going to see each other at the beach.
Okay, Kisa, and then Shakia if you want to go, and then Kisa, I don't care. Oh, she's saying you can go, Shakia. You can't. Oh, can you see her? You might be able to see her, even though we can't see you.
Okay, so I actually sold my first challenge pack today.
What? I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
What was the one that you were talking about?
It was what?
You said that you knew of a win.
Oh, I didn't. No, that's not. I was just saying that you joined our team. That was my win
that
for
too.
you. I didn't even know.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yay.
That's awesome. All right, girl. And Kisa, finally, can you beat that? Did you sell a challenge pack today?
I did. Actually,
woohoo!
it was yesterday, I think, is when the order actually went in. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so that's a win. Let's see. I have had lots of one-on-one conversations with people lately about coaching and joining the challenge group. So that's a win for me. And now I am starting to, my focus this week is going to be inviting to the business first, to challenge group second. And I've gotten comfortable with that a little bit. And I had been watching this lady from afar on IG that I know is coach material, and I want her on our team. And I reached out to her and she ghosted me, and I followed up with her today and she still ghosted me, but I'm going to keep pestering her.
That's right. Pester until they say, leave me alone. No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
what's going to happen.
That's not what we do. But, well, that's awesome. I'm glad we ended that way, because that makes me happy. And it looks like I put like a million things of blush on my cheeks, but because I was like, we're going out to dinner, and I'm like, I had to put some makeup on, but I think I'm just hot. I just get hot when I do all this stuff. Anyway, I don't know. I just shared that. It just looks like I look like a clown, like with the circles on my, it's not my blush. But thank you so much for being here. Aliza, obviously I'll talk to you tomorrow about next week and stuff. But, and again, I'm choosing next Monday, and I battled this in my brain going, it's my husband's birthday. It's a 30-minute call. And it's like, but it's right in the middle of the evening, and I want to celebrate my husband, and I have anyway. And so I'm making that decision, and that's why we work as a team, because my first was to reach out to Aliza and see but then if she wasn't available, I would have reached out to somebody else. Like we work together so that we can still get value and come together every Monday. But I'm also going to value my husband and his birthday. So we get to make those decisions, and that's how we are. That's how we roll. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful Tuesday tomorrow. Thankfully, we had a day off, and I have so many one-on-one calls this week, and it makes, you didn't have a day off. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm so excited and for those one-on-ones, and keep signing up for them. And Laura, you're just gonna have to sign up for a one-on-one call if you want to talk to me from that one. Just kidding. She keeps calling.
Hey, Kisa and Kelly, do you have 2 minutes to stay on afterwards?
I got one. I'm just kidding. Because I gotta go to my date night. Remember? Oh wait, I'm gonna stop recording, and then I can do 2 minutes. I think my husband.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Oh wait, hold on! Don't get off. I have to get my photo. This is like.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh no picture for me again.
Okay.
Oh no, Shakia, we'll just it still just be your name.
We'll Photoshop you in.
Yeah. Ready? Everybody smile. Oops, I did a flash. Hold on, I gotta do it again. Sorry.
Oh, Rebecca, get your daughter back in there.
Okay, now done. Okay, I love you guys, and we will talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, did I stop recording? No, I didn't stop recording.